So picture this. You hear the words architectural perfection. What's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's got to be one building, the Taj Mahal. It's maybe the most famous monument to love on the entire planet, an icon you'd recognize in a heartbeat.
And we all kind of know the story, right? The heartbroken emperor Shah Jahan builds this jaw-dropping mausoleum for his wife Mumtaz Mahal. But what if I told you that legendary story has a prequel? A secret history that, honestly, made the Taj Mahal possible in the first place.
Because before this masterpiece was ever even a thought, another tomb was built just up the river, a smaller, more intricate tomb that would serve as the direct blueprint for the legend we all know and love.
And this is it. Meet the tomb of Itmad-ud-Daula. Now look, it might not have the global fame of the Taj, but trust me, in the story of Mughal architecture, this place is a game changer, an absolute masterpiece.
Just look at them next to each other. The family resemblance is, well, it's undeniable, isn't it? You've got the white marble, the four towers, the garden setting. It's all there. This is where the architectural DNA of the Taj Mahal was first assembled.
You'll hear a couple of nicknames for this place. Baby Taj is super popular, but honestly, it's a little misleading. See, this tomb isn't just a smaller version. It's a revolutionary work of art all on its own. It's more of a jewel box of pure innovation. And to get why, you need to meet the amazing woman who built it.
Yep, this masterpiece wasn't the project of an emperor. It was the vision of one of the most powerful women in Mughal history, Empress Nur Jahan. Her story and her father's story is the real key to this whole thing.
Okay, so this is a serious rags-to-riches tale. It all starts with a guy named Mirza Ghiyas Beg, a merchant from Persia who had fallen on really hard times. He and his family were so poor that when his daughter was born on the road to India, they almost left her behind. But they didn't. And that little girl, she grew up to become Empress Nur Jahan, marrying the Emperor Jahangir. And just like that, her father's fortunes completely changed, and he became the emperor's most trusted advisor.
And get this, the name of the tomb, Itmad-ud-Daula, that wasn't his birth name. It was his title, given to him by the emperor. It means pillar of the state. So this tomb wasn't just a memorial for a beloved father. It was a huge statement about the incredible power and respect his family had earned.
And the person making that statement, Nur Jahan, was an absolute force of nature. As the historian Ruby Lal puts it, she wasn't just an empress. She was a deep thinker, an artist, a designer, a true visionary.
You have to understand, in a deeply patriarchal world, Nur Jahan held real power. She basically ran the empire in her husband's later years. So she had the authority, she had the money, and she had the refined artistic taste to pull off a project that would literally change architecture forever. So, let's see what she did. The tomb she built for her father wasn't just a small step forward. It was a total revolution. It introduced two huge innovations that would directly inspire the Taj Mahal. First up, the material. Before this, big, important Mughal tombs were made of red sandstone. Period. That was the tradition. Itmad-ud-Daula shattered that tradition. It was the very first Mughal tomb built completely out of gleaming white marble, and it set a mind-blowing new standard.
The second huge innovation was a decorative style called Pietra Dura. Now, this is not just carving. Think of it more like painting with jewels. You take semi-precious gems, you cut them with incredible precision, and you inlay them into the marble to create designs. It's unbelievably difficult.
And wow, just look at this up close. This is what I'm talking about. That's not paint. Every single tiny curve and splash of color you see is a different piece of stone, cut and fitted so perfectly you can't even see the seams. The walls are just covered in these gorgeous patterns, cypress trees, flowers, wine flasks, turning the marble into a work of art.
And the materials they were using, I mean, this is why they call it the jewel box. It's literally made of jewels. We're talking about carnelian for the reds, lapis lazuli for those brilliant blues, jasper, onyx, topaz. It's just incredible.
So, with these game-changing techniques now in place, the stage was totally set. 20 years later, when Nur Jahan's stepson, Shah Jahan, set out to build a tomb for his wife, the blueprint was already waiting for him.
And the evidence is it's overwhelming. That pioneering use of all-white marble, it started here. The incredibly detailed Pietra Dura decoration, perfected here. The classic garden layout, the four minarets, even the genius idea to build it right on the banks of the Yamuna River, every single iconic feature that defines the Taj Mahal appeared right here first. So here's the bottom line. The jewel box was the testing ground. It was the design lab. It's where Empress Nur Jahan gave artisans the chance to develop and master the revolutionary skills they would need to eventually build the Taj Mahal on a much, much grander scale.
And you know, the best part is, this masterpiece isn't some forgotten ruin. It's a gorgeous, peaceful site you can go and visit today, just a little way up the river from its more famous cousin in Agra.
And if you do go, you have to look for a few things. Get right up close to those incredible marble lattice screens. They're called jolly. Just trace the patterns with your eyes. Spend some real time with those Pietra Dura panels. And definitely stand inside and just look out through the screens. The way they frame the gardens is pure magic. And you know what? For a pretty small entry fee, you get to witness one of the most important moments in architectural history. And usually without the huge crowds you'll find at the Taj, it's a much more intimate, personal experience.
Which kind of leaves us with one final thought, right? The story of this tomb proves that behind almost every famous icon, there's often another story, a lesser-known predecessor that made it all possible. It makes you wonder, if this is the blueprint for the Taj Mahal, what other amazing hidden stories are out there, waiting to be discovered, just around the corner from the world's most famous landmarks?